How we doing, ladies, gents and teddy bears? It's going to be a bit of a wet one, I think. How we doing? Welcome to the start of the week. This is your one and only Ted Coningsby channel. And the storms are still here. They're still with us. Big shout out to everyone. Here we go. What a great start to the morning. And Ted Coningsby channel live here at RAF Lakenheath. And we're all good. Just anticipating some sort of storm. We may miss the worst of it. We are right on the edge. So hence I've moved a little bit, eh? I'm getting further away from the middle of the storm. The worst of it is literally right over the runway, and we may skim some of it. But I think with the wind being so powerful at the minute, I think we may just get some. Here we go. Welcome. Woo! Bit blustery. Ted, I'm not sure if it's a good idea to put your berry on, mate. This is our squadron leader, Ted Coningsby. Ted, take it away. Right, it's going to be one of those streams where I'm going to be doing some wiper blade action. Goodness me, it's I think we're all right, Ted. I think we're all right. Welcome to the Ted Coningsby channel, ladies, gents and teddy bears. And we're live here at RAF Lakenheath, a United States Air Force in Europe base. A very important base which is here in the UK and has been a US Air Force base since 1948, ready to own the skies. We're very proud of our men and women here of the 48 Fighter Wing. The only wing with a name, ladies, gents and teddy bears. The 48 Fighter Wing gets its name from when it was based out in Chaumont Air Base in France in 1952, where it conveniently was established that Chaumont Air Base was actually quite close to the very place and the birthplace of where the Statue of Liberty was designed, created, built and sent to the US. So with that in mind, this is why they're called the Statue of Liberty Wing. Oh yeah. The aircraft we're hoping to see today are the F-15E Strike Eagle, which you can see on your screens right now, and the F-35A. The F-15E Strike Eagle is flown by two squadrons. They're combat-ready fighter squadrons. The 492nd Fighter Squadron, the Mad Hatters, locally known as the Bowlers. Guns up! And they fly this, the F-15E Strike Eagle. The other squadron that operate the F-15E Strike Eagle are the 494th Fighter Squadron, the Panthers, bleed red. Now, not always, but you can distinguish their squadrons not only by their call signs. Of course, if you don't have a radio, you may be able to identify them by their color code. So blue for the Mad Hatters, the 492nd, and red for the 494th. Now, I can tell you that I can hear trouble. I can hear the F-35A Lightning II, which again is flown by two combat-ready squadrons. The 493rd Fighter Squadron, the Grim Reapers, which they used to, well, their colour is yellow. But a lick of paint on the F-35 won't do it any good. The next squadron who made RAF Lakenheath the very first USAFE wing to operate the F-35A, and that's of course our 495th Fighter Squadron with a new nickname, the Valkyries. Right. till Valhalla. Let's throw in Fear the Reaper for the Grim Reapers. How we doing? Hope we're good. Just getting a little bit of rain, but I think, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I think we're just going to get a little bit of it. Pretty brutal out here. The 2 letters LN, that's your tail code for Lakenheath. Yeah man, how are you? Good times.
Love the sweet scenery, by the way.
Oh, nice one. Nice one, thank you. So this will be awaiting a fellow F-15, I would imagine, at the EOR, end of runway. Here we go. So this will just wait for a fellow aircraft in its flight. Oh, there's trouble. Yeah, F-35's crossing the runway. As imagined there now. Welcome to the Coningsby channel, bringing you live military aviation as best as we can through all weathers. F-35s will be making their way very shortly down the Warrior Walk. This is what we call the Catwalk. This in front of us here, this is a special Ted Coningsby vocab phrasebook word. The Catwalk is actually just called a taxiway. But we like the Catwalk, you know how it is. Thanks for joining the Ted Coningsby channel. Hope you all had a great weekend. Oh my word. Goodness me. Hope you all had a good weekend, all safe and well. What did you get up to? Myself, Claire Bear. We had a good weekend. Very nice weekend. Catching up with some of our spanner flight. Went to Duxford as well. Goodness me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. A bit punchy up here. I think it's going to be no beret day today again. I think 10 chance that the wind's just picking up a little bit. I say a little bit, it's actually quite bad. Ted's aircraft 134. Look at this. Oh yeah. Always a delight to see the very aircraft that Ted flew in. Oh Teddy. Ted's your aircraft, mate. In February 2023 with the bonus in this very aircraft, the Tail 134. plenty of aircraft taxiing. You can probably see trouble in the background. There are more F-15s taxiing as well right now down the catwalk. A total of 6 aircraft on each EOR. There are 2 EORs at this end of the runway, and of course there are another 2 at the other end. they're gonna have to change the weather forecast these days. You know, they're gonna have to like have F-35 and F-15 icons. You know, tomorrow's weather in the afternoon will be sunny spells with a patch of F-15s. Across in the evening, we'll have a few shades of F-35s, followed by a few more Strike Eagles. The old weather reporters, when they're putting the icons, you know, on the board, you know, the clouds and the white clouds and the grey clouds, they'll have to have F-15 and F-35 icons to, yeah, it'll be a little bit overcast tomorrow with a few F-15 and F-35s. we've had an incredible morning here at the 48 Fighter Wing. That's right, US Air Force, man. Oh yeah. You know how it is. Here we go. All sorts going on here today. Beautiful. That's what we like. Aviation enthusiasts, plane spotters at its best. That wind is pretty bad, I'll tell you that. Woo! the first wave, I think it is for now. Here we go, Brad and Whitney. F-135 PW100, here we go! Choppy up here as well, goodness me. I'll tell you what, it's not that much different to Friday, I have to be honest with you. It's got a little bit of a challenge for me up here, but nevertheless, all is good. Still here, still going, you know how it is. Woo. Ted Coningsby channel. Live here. Actually, I'm just... Is that F-35 tinnitus? What can I hear? That was good, wasn't it? Yeah, you enjoyed?
Brilliant.
Nice one, Ben. Nice one. Woo! So, yeah, I could definitely hear more F-35s, which is a good sign. But, ladies, gents, teddy bears, welcome to the Ted Coningsby channel. It is very, very challenging, I have to admit, up here. And welcome. So, we've got the F-35A that we just seen there. There are 3 main variants to the F-35. Normally I'd show you a model of the F-35. I normally use the B model, but I think I'm going to lose a few models up here if I was to bring anything up here. So unfortunately I'm going to have to give that a little miss today until the weather calms down a little bit. I'll see how long we can go. Looks like the storm has cleared to my left, which is great. Sound like a weatherman now, but never mind, it could be another job for me in the future. And more startups, there we go. So yeah, ladies, gents, teddy bears, welcome to the Ted Coningsby channel. We are live here at RAF Lakenheath, and it's home to the 48th Fighter Wing. Big shout out to everyone in the base, and like we always say, and we do check in with the base to let them know we're here, so that they know we're here and it's all good to go. All right, we don't just turn up and just start doing this. No. Always the polite way to do it and the right way to do it, because of course if they don't want to see it, they'll just say no. It's the fairest. Yeah. Anyway, unless I get blown away anyway today, but no, it's always the right thing to do. And of course we are in the official viewing area, so you can enjoy safe aircraft viewing in the official aircraft viewing area. It's just off Wangford Road. There is a unfortunately there are no toilets, so you'll have to improvise, but there is a burger van, Dave's burger van, and his food source is from a local butcher's. It's really good food. Whether you're going to have breakfast, brunch or lunch, the burgers are amazing, sausages are amazing, eggs are amazing, bacon awesome, absolutely brilliant, tea great, coffee good, everything's good. It's a great burger van, it really is. So I always recommend that. Just a few do's and don'ts. Of course, please don't touch the fence and climb the fence. Absolutely no. Please don't rest your ladders on the fence as well, because that can damage it. And of course there is barbed wire on the top, so if you were to fall, the first thing you're going to do is reach your hand out, and we don't want any accidents and injuries and stuff like that. So there are bins provided, although the lids, I'm going to have to rescue them after the stream. The lids have, well, one of them's come off. I'll have to go and sort that out. But as a channel, we always recommend to keep things sweet and neat. So bring your own sort of little swing big liners. Get a habit of buying a roll. They're quite cheap these days. What, £1 or £2? £1 or £2 for a roll of 20, 25, I don't know, but they're very good price. And the reason why we say that, one, you could be going to the Mac Loop or somewhere where there are no bins, but secondly, if you were to just put a little tissue right now in this bin, it's just going to go flying straight out. So we recommend to put them in a bag and at least gain a bit of weight is the objective. All right, That's the whole point, so it doesn't defeat the object. But welcome. Of course, have fun, enjoy. Stick to public footpaths as well. Please don't block any crash gates with your vehicles if you are venturing off. This isn't just for Lakenheath, it's for any base. Of course, it's a no drone zone as well. If you spot anything suspicious as well, please contact the base. There are numbers dotted around the base as well, where especially if someone's attempting to fly a drone or anything like that, you can contact the base. We always say if it is an emergency, of course, if it is if you're in any danger, please call 999 as well. Well, the moment of silence is short-lived to our delight. There are more aircraft, I believe, taxiing. I can hear them. My name's Nikos, I'm your cameraman and commentator, and we do have with us our star of the show, of course, Squadron Leader Ted Coningsby. Welcome to the show, and I hope you're all enjoying it. I'm doing my best to try to make this as stable as possible. And I know some of the country, especially the southern parts of the country, literally a straight line, like almost like a border of yellow or amber warnings, as they call it, for the weather today, and we sadly are in it, but we may have just seen the end of it, hopefully, fingers crossed. So welcome to the show. Don't forget, of course, to hit that like button. You've been cleared to touch and go on that like button, and give the subscribe button a low approach in case you have subscribed to our channel. Please support us. We are heading for the big 100OK. It's not looking too far away. We are what, 80.5K I think it is, but wow, 80.5K nearly, or thereabouts. And it's just been an absolutely amazing achievement. And you know, we tried to do things the right way as well, and you know, try to get everyone involved and keep it fun. We've kept our ethos to keep it fun always. Although during these times of really bad weather, the bless them, the bears are limited for their appearance, as well as my aircraft models that I'd love to show you, but I'll do my best anyway, nevertheless. Up again just when I think the wind is all right, and then it suddenly just goes crazy. Oh yeah, all right, yeah, good, thank you, all good. Woo. See, the weather's cleared up quite nicely at the moment, and there we go, great timing. F-35 now just crossing that runway, beautiful. Welcome, ladies, gents, teddy bears, to the Ted Coningsby channel. And this is a base that's packed with so much history. Started operations just after the couple of years after the start of the Second World War, with RAF Mildenhall, which is about 5.5 miles the way the backwards flying crow flies. Just in that direction, actually. You may have seen some of the aircraft from Mildenhall flying around. That was built in October 1934. Started life off with Hayford bombers. One seen, it was 38, 83, sorry, 38 and 99 Squadron. Madras, then 149. They started operating Hayford bombers there in the beginning. They were huge bombers, like huge biplanes, which is rather interesting. Check it out, the Hayford bombers, absolutely amazing. Got its name from being built at Hayford. And then a couple of years later, just to my right, behind me, in that direction, the way the backwards crow flies, about 5.5 miles, RAF Feltwell was operating the Handley Page Harrow, and then eventually the Vickers Wellington as well. And then it wasn't until sort of, well, actually 1940, Lakenheath was chosen to operate as a decoy airfield. So that's a fake airfield to sort of distract or deceive the enemy from thinking that it's Mildenhall, so they attack it. So what we're talking about here is having a runway laid out and fake hangars, fake aircraft, which interestingly the wood supplied, the plywood, was actually from nearby Eriswell village. To make the fake Wellington bombers, there'll be there were two types of decoy airfields in the country, the K site and a Q site. Difference being a K site is a daytime operating decoy airfield, and a Q site being a nighttime operating decoy airfield. And Lakenheath was actually attacked 5 times as a decoy airfield, so that, you know, ultimately saved RAF Mildenhall from attack. So that's you know, mission success. So for the nighttime operations, there would have been an officer in a bunker operating the lights, and also actually activating some stage lights, you know, to make it look like it's operating. And to coincide this, there was actually a operation called Operation Starfish, which was actually decoy cities and towns. They would have used a Hollywood film studio production teams to actually make all the lighting effects. They would have had also controlled explosions where to make the enemy think that, oh, you know, that they hit the target where they wanted to. We're talking about, you know, something that was rolled out across the country. And to my delight to announce to you, I will be doing a lost airfield, or at least a lost decoy airfield sometime towards the end of the year that I've got planned in, so which is part of Operation Starfish. So it wasn't until 1941 where Lakenheath was actually completed to be functioned as an actual base to be operating. So the first operational unit to arrive here was a training unit, number 20 from RAF Lossiemouth, that came in with the Wellington bombers. But then eventually 149 and 199 were operating out of here. First of all, there was Wellington bombers, and then of course the 4-engine bomber, the short Stirling bomber that was here. Until the airfield finally closed sort of towards the end of sort of 1946-47 to make way for larger runways to be built here, to make way for the B-29 bombers. It was finally completed, and the host Air Force here was actually the United States Air Force that were here operating the B-29s. It was a Strategic Air Command base as well, so it's been a US Air Force base since 1948. So that's and it's still going today, ladies, gents, teddy bears, the legacy. So you could say it was a bomber station from 1941 right up until not the closure, I guess, for the Royal Air Force. But then again, B-29 Strategic Air Command, I guess we'll have to say until 1960 then, when the Super Sabres arrived. Obviously changing over from Royal Air Force. It's still owned by the Royal Air Force, hence the name. It's still got the Royal Air Force title. Just like RAF Mildenhall, it will have naturally a Royal Air Force commander at the base. And of course, it will have a US Air Force commander as well. Warrior Walk. named after the Lakenheath warrior, an Anglo-Saxon man that was dug out, shall we say, excavated from the archaeological digs in the late 90s, in 1997, where a total of over 460 graves were found. About 260 or so of those were found in the baseball stadium that was here at RAF Lakenheath. An amazing history here. We're talking about natural springs that's been here since 8,000 years ago as well. In fact, the natural spring is kind of in this direction. It was also used by the Normans in this area as well, the Anglo-Saxons, like we've mentioned. The history goes on and on and on, and you know, in the vicinity of the during World War I, this whole region known as Lakenheath Warren would have been you would have had biplanes using the area as a weapons range, like a bombing range as well. To the Ted Coningsby channel. Thanks for tuning in. A great start to the week. The week is subject to change. I am kind of trying to dodge the weather a little bit. I'll see how it goes. Wednesday looks very good, I have to admit. Not sure about Thursday and Friday, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Even tomorrow looks a bit sketchy, so not sure. It's not necessarily a day off tomorrow. I will see what I can do tomorrow. It doesn't look great tomorrow, so didn't want to put anything planned in, but I may just go somewhere and get some footage for you. I'll have a look. I'll play it by ear. I'll see what's going to happen tomorrow. I mean, they could get the weather wrong. You never know. Woo! Welcome to the channel, Sharon Chapman. How you doing? Alan Burden, Stephen Norris, Oil, Gail Crook, Veteran RN, Brighty, Christine Barnes, Davey. Welcome to the show. Gucci Man, how you doing? Alan Burden, White Wizard, what up? Margot Baxter, good to see you the other day. Chris Bloxham, how you doing? Davey, how you doing? Good to see you. And Bev, Liana as well. On Friday, that was cool, wasn't it? It was really good fun, all of you that were there. Simon Watchorn, really, really good. Hope we're all good. And well, Paul Senior, White Wizard, what up? Wee Stevie Boy, just scrolling through really quickly before I get blown away. Dr. Soda, what up? Spannerflight, how you doing? Spannerflight are our moderators that keep the chat sweet and neat. Ladies, gents, teddy bears, we don't publish any deployment details or any departure details. Please refrain from that. It does pose a few issues, so we'd like to just scrub them out. We're just here for the aircraft. No bases, sorry, no faces, no places. That's how we do it. Thank you, if I can ask that kindly. Thank you. I'm standing, I can actually talk to you a little bit. So we've got the AWCU, that's the Airfield Wildlife Control Unit, usually in a checkered fluorescent vehicle such as this one. Now the Airfield Wildlife Control Unit will literally control the wildlife and of course, yes, birds, but they used to be formerly called the BCU, Bird Control Unit, but of course it's a lot more than just controlling birds, it is the whole nature of wildlife itself. So they can use the vehicle itself to try to chase away animals. They could use the horn, meet meet. They could use pre-recorded bird scaring sound effects as well. They could also use flags. They've got certain different colour flags that they could use, like yellow, white, black, red, that kind of thing. They do have a flare gun. They have various homemade stuff as well. They can also use falconry as well. So a more natural way, shall we say, but I've seen it before. We've got a members only video of them using falconry. That was pretty cool. So that's another role that takes part on the airfield here at any aerodrome. The only animal that they don't take care of are deers. By the way, it is a company that's contracted. They're not actually part of the Air Force. They are contracted. The deers are dealt with by a separate company. That you have to get a specialist for that, unfortunately. That beautiful spooling engine sound that you can hear is from the F-35A. Now, there are three main variants, as we've spoken about before. Here at RAF Lakenheath, they have the A variant. Oh, I can hear it coming up. All three main variants are max speed at Mach 1.6. The G rating on the A variant is a +9. Now, the A variant doesn't hover. It is a CTOL aircraft, a conventional takeoff and landing. So just like your F-15, just like a Typhoon, just like an F-16. The next aircraft, the F-35B, you can see in this country. You'll have to go to RAF Marham, serving with the Royal Navy and the Royal Air Force. The B variant is what's called a STOVL aircraft, short takeoff and vertical landing. G rating at +7. It does not have an arresting hook, but it's got the bigger engine of the three main variants. It actually has a Pratt & Whitney F135 PW600 engine. This is because Rolls-Royce have produced the lift system, a lift fan, a shaft, free bearing swivel module, basically for a spec bearing, along with roll posts as well, and a 20-inch diameter, beautiful 50-inch diameter lift fan system. Amazing, but we'll talk about that when we're next at Marham. And next up, last but not least, is the beast, of course, the F-35C, a huge, massive, larger wingspan. It's got about 2.3 meters wider in wingspan, so basically about just over a meter either side. It's got the folding wings. It's got a more reinforced airframe because it is a carrier variant, and it's so it will have a twin, sort of like a twin axle on the front nose gear. So it has two wheels, not one, where it's pulled along using the catapult. It does have an arresting hook, of course, but a little bit different. You see, carrier variants are a lot different to your standard aircraft. because of the stresses of being pulled using the catapult mechanism, which is quite clever really, using steam. Really, I was watching a little video on that. It's got a G rating of plus 7.5. And yes, it does have the arresting hook, as we mentioned. What else can we mention about that? Yeah, folding wings, stronger airframe, plus 7.5 on the G rating. So yeah, that's your three main variants. Now the A variant is the most popular bought around the world to other air forces. But there are other variants that are modified, shall we say. So you've got the Norwegian variant, which has the drag chute pod at the back, a bit like a BMW aerial, you know, that shark fin at the back to deploy a drag chute. And that's all because of the climate out in Norway, so they've upgraded that as well. We've also got the F-35I, the Adir in Israel. They've got their own software weapons system, their weapons systems on there. But again, all based on the A variant. It's horrible out here. Pratt & Whitney F135 PW100. On the F-35A, and this is the same engine in the C variant as well, as we mentioned earlier. So yeah, looking forward to getting you some Marum streams again this year. It's been pretty good. We've had a couple, and they've been, although the weather hasn't played the best ball game, but you know. All is good. Right, what we got here now? here in the UK or wherever, if you're suffering with these storms that we've been having. Oh my word, pretty brutal up here. Definitely no berets today, man. Now it just seems to have got worse, unfortunately. These are, normally I'd show you a little diagram, but there's no way I'm going to be able to show you them. These lights that you can see here, there is another set of 4 on the other, just on the other side of it. Let's have a look, we can find them. There they are, look. These are called the PAPI lights. PAPI. PAPI lights there stands for Precision Approach Path Indicators. They're very clever because they look red on the ground, these 4 boxes, and like I said, there's another set just to the other side of it, and there's another set of like 2 lots of 4 at the other end. Right, what this means is these are the PAPI lights switched on for the runway in use. So runway 23 is in use. They will light up on the runway that's in use. So for example, if these were switched off, it could mean 2 things. One, that the runway's closed, or they're turned on at runway 5, at 05 at the other end. Now they're really cleverly done because there's a light that's basically shines through, and it's got like a red filter. And what this means is that the fact they've actually tilted it at a 3-degree angle. Reason for that? Because that is the 3-degree glide path, which is also known as the glide slope itself. The 3-degree glide path is an imaginary path set to increment about 315 feet per nautical mile. So what that means is 2 nautical miles, 630 feet, 3 nautical miles, 945 feet, etc. But of course, I believe pilots just use 300 feet per nautical mile. So I did the maths, you may have seen my wonderful drawings, but the reason for that tilt and to have a separate lens in there is because it changes colour. What this means is if the pilot, for example, was, let's say 3 miles out, right? 3 miles out, so what did we just say? They have to be at 645 feet or thereabouts. If they were higher, way higher than that, all the lights would shine white. So if the pilot sees all white, the pilot is too high. If the pilot sees 1 white and 3 red, the pilot is slightly high. If the pilot sees 2 white, 2 red, spot on. And on the other end of that, if the pilot was let's say 3 miles out at 400 feet, that's too low, right? So what the pilot may see is 3 red and 1 white, which means slightly low. If the pilot sees all red, well, we're on the ground here already, so it's not very good. Very cleverly done. punching through. Woo! lovely Alex Blackcat. Leapy photo, thank you very much for your kind words. Yes, on the carriers they have the meatball. That is correct. That is it's quite similar to it, yeah. How you doing, man? It's a bit windy up here, man, isn't it? Oh, you haven't? Oh, man, honestly. Are you for real? Thank you. Oh, you are a legend. Thank you. Honestly, thank you so much. Oh, you're a star. Thanks, man. Thank you. Thanks, Ben. Ben, isn't it, yeah? Thanks, man. Big shout out to Ben for buying me a burger. Oh, yeah. seeing a bit closer now down the Warrior Walk. Sheds of teddy bears. It is pretty nasty. It's not that much different to Friday's wind here, but nevertheless we're still going. still plenty out there for us to enjoy the landings in this. Looks like we've got another wave, perhaps. Just had another 2 F-35s. If you just joined us, plenty of aircraft to come back for us to enjoy, like we said. So let's hope the wind does die down a little bit, so I can get you a few pan shots as they go into downwind, for example, and turn into a circuit. That'd be quite nice as well. Get you some of that. I just think the wind speed up there is a lot different than here, so I wonder what it's like up there. How we doing, ladies, gents and teddy bears? Welcome to the show. Ted Coningsby channel, live here at RAF Lakenheath. Hope you're all good. I'm going to try my best to get you a action-packed week without too many disturbances with the weather. Give the aircraft some lift, because of course aircraft do take off into the wind, they go against it, not with it. Goodness me, that airspeed will have some differences as well. Thanks everyone that's tuned in today and shown the support. Oh hey, hope we're all good. Oh yeah. F-15E Strike Eagle. Been around for way over 50 years. The very first flight of the F-15A was made in July 1972, and the very first flight of the two-seater F-15B, which was formerly named the F-15A trainer, that was made in July 1973. Now the first Eagle F-15B was delivered in November 1974, and it wasn't until January 1976 that the very first Eagle destined for a combat squadron was delivered. I believe it was the triple nickel 555th. The single-seater F-15s, the F-15C and the F-15D, the two-seater model, they entered the Air Force inventory in the beginning of 1979. The F-15E Strike Eagle made its maiden flight on the 11th of December 1986, and it wasn't until April 1988 when it entered service. It came here in the early 90s, as soon as the F-111 Aardvark retired in December, its final flight, December as it left of 1991, with squadrons converting to the Eagles. So we had the F-15 C&D with the Grim Reapers, the 493rd, and the 494th and 492nd. They were operating the F-15E Strike Eagle from around 92 to 93. The 495th Tactical Fighter Squadron, the Thunderbarks as they were known at the time, they deactivated and didn't come back, but when they did, after 30 years in 2021 on December, they came back to make Lakenheath the very first F-35A wing, which was again moments in history. In 2022, when the F-15 C&D Eagle, oh, here we go. Nice little wolfie there. Yeah, well, the 493rd joined the 495th with the F-35A. Nicely done. doesn't look good down there, mate. Daniel Walker, thank you very much for 19 months membership. Part of our TCF Fighter Squadron and our spanner flight and quick climb in 19 months with all you wonderful people. Davey, get off the ceiling, Guards March. Claire Bear, 26 months. Hey, Claire Bear celebrating 26 months. Happy Monday, everyone. Love the best. 26 months, Guards March. Thank you very much, our very own Claire Bear. Diamond Paint with Diamond Paint celebrating 5 months. 1 month away from my half a year already. They went by so fast. Matt Foster celebrating 26 months membership. Oh yeah, good morning all. Here's to another week of noise. Thanks for all you do, Nick. Off stunning footage and commentary. Thanks, Matt Foster. Oi, oi. Careful, Ted. Sharon Chapman. Oh my word. Goodness me, it's getting worse, I think. Sharon Chapman celebrating 4 months, Guards March, and what an amazing 4 months it's been. Andrew Stevens, congratulations. Jump in. horrendous. Oh my word, look at the state of this. Right. Okay. It's time to go. Ladies, gents and teddy bears, we are gonna go before that comes here. Apologies, but that looks some nasty stuff and I probably won't be able to pack up when that hits. So unfortunately, I'm gonna call that one off because that looks menacing. Let me, yeah, I think, yeah, we're gonna call it off. It looks really, really bad down there. Yeah, unfortunately, myself and Ted will have to go. So thank you very much, everyone. We are gonna go now before we get gone. So take care, everyone. So for the last time, unfortunately, for today, see you soon. Wish you well. Quick, Ted, let's go. Oh my word.
Well,